Okay, so like I said, start with your butters and your sugars first and foremost. Some tips. Make sure your butter, like I said, is at room temperature. You're gonna need 1 cup of butter, which is gonna equal to 2 sticks of butter, and make sure it's salted. We're gonna start with that. And then we're also going to put in 1 cup of light brown sugar, make sure it's packed, and then 1 cup of white sugar. So let's get started with this. I'm gonna put this in here. Woo! Not everything is perfect. It is okay. We will live and not die. My anxiety is like sky high right now, but we're just gonna survive this. So that goes in. Doink. I can try to make this cute for y'all, but let's be real here. As long as my hands are clean and my surfaces are good to work with, it shouldn't be that hard. So boom, we've got that. Take 1 cup. This is 1 cup. Take 1 cup of impure cane sugar, just regular white sugar. And yes, make sure it's like full. Make sure it's like exact. You want to make sure it's as close to packed as you can get it. There we go. That's 1 cup, roughly, exactly. All right. Got that. And then, very important, 1 cup of light brown packed sugar. And when I say packed, pack that mug in, okay? Don't make, don't have any air pockets in there if you can help it. Just because we want to make sure that we're getting an even measurement with this. So take it, pack it down. That's 1 cup. Dump it in there. Put this away. My mom, God bless her heart, she loves the fact that I cook, right? But she also hates the fact that I'm not a clean cook. So if you see me constantly cleaning, it's because I don't want to hear later on in the video, oh, you didn't clean as you go. You remember I always taught you to clean as you go? And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I never clean as I go. I usually make a mess and then clean up later, but for the purposes of this video, I will look clean and polished for her. So now we're gonna use about, I would say, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Put that in there. Ooh, that was too much. That's also okay because who doesn't like extra vanilla in their stuff anyway? So after we put that in there, we are gonna put this down and mix this together. Make sure you put your settings to number 2, and then once you kind of get it like generally incorporated, then you're gonna like put it to max and cream it out. Yeah, so here we go. That's 2. Here, and I'll bring it closer so y'all can kind of see it. And then now we're gonna crank it up because we have to beat it together. All right. See how it's like kind of getting like a creamier texture? Perfect. So let's stop it right there. And now this is where you add your 2 large eggs at room temperature. So 1. Whoop. Put that there, and then 2. All right. Now let's do a slow incorporation, and then once it's generally incorporated all together, then we're gonna bring it up to max. Look at that goodness in there. All right, now let's bring it up. Whip it, whip it, whip it. Okay, it's nice cool temperature. Oh yeah, you see that, guys? That's the texture you really want to start out with. That means that the butter, sugar, and eggs are evenly incorporated, but make sure, right, once you get to this point, you stop it. If you get any more creamier, it'll end up kind of making the cookie a little flat. So we kind of want a little aeration there. So right when it's incorporated, now this is the point where we start to put in our dry ingredients. Reasons why it's so great having a spatula on hand is because this stuff is thick with 2 C's, which means that, you know, no other instrument is really gonna work for getting down into the pivot of that bowl and getting all of that goodness out. It can be a little tough, but this is like exactly what you want. This is dough, like this is real cookie dough. And this is what you want to see. You want to see a little bit of icky sticky. You want to see a little bit of density. You want to have that that girth, just like that real heavy thickness that, you know, kind of hurts your hands when you're trying to get the dough out. So, but the thing is like, it's like, this is what you're looking at. Like, this is what you need in your life. This is the secret to making awesome cookie dough. So I'm gonna split this in half just because I'm gonna make 2 types of cookies. So I'm making the chocolate chip ones as promised. Don't worry, I'm not gonna disappoint you. And then the second one is gonna be the white chocolate cranberry. So this looks about half, I think. It's about half. So I'm gonna put this back onto the mixer and then put this kind of back towards the bottom, reattach the I don't know what that thingamajigger is, whatever the thing is, and pour in the chocolate chips. So this one's gonna be chocolate chips, and the other one's gonna be white cranberry. So let's put this to the side, and then let's put that at the bottom. Ooh, Lord. Let's get that stuff off the spatula because it is super thick. Just getting it off the spatula. Okay. Perfect. Great. Great. All right. So we're going to reattach this handle. Make sure it's on tight. And then, oh, that's right. So here we go. Let me wipe off my hands. So like I said, this recipe is more about like, you know, not how you do it, but what you use. That's what makes or breaks a great cookie. And the 2 brands that I like to kind of mix together are Hershey's milk chocolate and then Ghirardelli's semi-sweet chocolate. This one has really good, and I know it's like, oh, why are you using 2 chocolate chips? Let me explain. So Ghirardelli is just hands down top of the line. If you want that ooey gooey, like lovely, like bittersweet chocolatiness that just touches your soul on a different level, this is what you use. However, I am a 90s baby. I was raised on Hershey's chocolate, and nothing beats the meltiness and the sweetness of Hershey's chocolate chips. So I like to use a combination of both because like it just hits, like it just does it for you. So I know I'm a little bit extra for this, but you can use one or the other, that's fine, but I'm gonna do the most. So here we go. I'm gonna put a little bit of these in here, and I would say like just use what you're comfortable using, honestly. And then put a little bit of this. I promise you this combo does not fail. It doesn't fail. Like, just trust me on that. And, yeah. Cookie tacks. All right, let's drop this thing down. Make sure that bowl is secured. And get to mixing. A few rotations of this should get it incorporated pretty well. Okay, so let's get it down off that thing. Okay, mix a little bit more. I think I want a little bit more chocolate chips, just because I'm extra. Put a little bit more in there. You know what I'm going to do is while this is incorporating, so that way like it gets some in. And I do want a bunch in there, like I'm not gonna lie. I want a bunch in there. So, a few more of that. And let me show you how this looks in here. See that? Gorgeous. Okay, that's pretty good. Let me put this back down. So we're gonna lift this up. Ooh, it's thick. Oh my gosh. Ah! That's super thick. Okay, let's peel this off the mixer. Ooh, I'm so tempted. See, if y'all wasn't watching me, I would have probably eaten a scoop or two out of this already, but yeah, y'all ruining my vibe right now. I can't be a little piggy the way I want to, but it's all good. I'll get a chance to enjoy them after they come out of the oven. Let's see. Put that back here. Okay. Okay. Ooh, that is gorgeous. Oh my god, that smells so good. Ooh, Lord. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, all right, let's hurry up and take this out before I end up eating up the whole thing. All right, let me put this to the side here. Sorry, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. I don't know if you can see me. So the bowl is scraped clean. We're gonna go ahead and refasten this attachment. Make sure it's nice and secure. We're going to dump this cookie dough, this portion of cookie dough back in. Whoop. Anyway, we're gonna dump it back in. And now we're going to do my other cookie, which is the white chocolate cranberry cookie. Now you're like, where'd you get this idea from, Laura? It was because actually, not too long ago, I was making chocolate chip cookies, and then I ran out of chocolate chips. And so the only thing that my mom had around was this like baker's chocolate. I was like, you know what? Desperate times call for desperate measures. So let me go ahead and open this up. Let me go ahead and just use this instead. So I chopped it up, and I was like, well, you know, normally like white chocolate has something in it, like white chocolate macadamia, white chocolate walnut, white chocolate almond, something. And I was like, you know what? Like we had some leftover craisins on top of the fridge. I'm like, you know what? That sounds like a nice, like good mix to kind of like go with, you know, something buttery and smooth like Ghirardelli white chocolate. So I was like, well, let's just try it. And man, let me tell y'all, the tart sweetness of the cranberry mixed in perfectly with the white chocolate. Best random decision I ever made. So now I'm gonna lower this down and get this to mix. Let's do it nice and slow, nothing too crazy. And then we're gonna put that in there a little bit at a time. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, you could chop up the cranberries, but I try not to do that because I like the wholesome bite of the cranberry myself. But it's usually like it's totally up to you if you want to do that. Now I will say, you want to have more white chocolate than cranberries, so make sure like the ratio isn't too off. Like you don't want to do too much, and you can like piece it out how you want, but you know, just don't do too much of anything. Too much of anything is good for nothing. So whenever you are mixing this, like just make sure you keep an eye out. Like don't do the most. You know, take a look at your batter. Make sure that take a look at your dough. Make sure it's all incorporated. And if you see that like it could use a little bit more of a little something, then put it in there. But you know, don't overdo it, because what happens is if, and I did this, if you put in too many ingredients in the cookie itself, then the dough will like not rise around it. So then you'll just have like this weird conglomerate of like ingredients in a dough, which isn't a cookie. And so it's always good to like, you know, add a lot, but don't do too much. But you can never do too much chocolate. So add a little bit more, just because I like bites. I like white chocolate bites everywhere. All right, give it one more spin. Make sure it's in there, for real, which it is. Let me see. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, give me some white chocolate. Okay, perfect. Ooh, this is looking so good. I gotta bring y'all here so you can see it. Check that out. You see that? You see little bits of white chocolate in the cranberry? Oh my God, this looks so good. Oh my God, I'm super excited. Okay, all right, let me get this out and get it balled up and then slap it in the oven and see what happens. But yeah, we got our mixture. Guys, all of them came out really good. This one came out good too, but unfortunately, it ended up breaking. Oh no. I guess the only thing we can do is eat it. Hey Ma, you want a sample of a cookie?
Yeah.
Try it.
Ready? White chocolate as cranberry.
Mm-hmm.
Mmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one now.
Telling you, bro. Wow, this is better than I expected. Wow. Better than I expected. Wow.
What can I say? Baking and cooking run in the family. So, chip off the old block there, sister.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. All right. I did a good job. These cookies are sensational. These are really good. Wow. These are like, perfect dough. You get really like chocolate, a little sweet tart of the cranberry, with the mellowing out of the white chocolate. I'm telling y'all, it don't get better than this. So, that's what we got so far for our first row. So these down, and about, I don't know, maybe like 50, 60 more to make. Totally worth it though. I'm telling you, method to my madness, devil in details. These are so good.